Hi guys, and welcome back to the Mad Rat House, an impromptu Tuesday night stream here. Just going to do a bit of prep for Thursday's stream. I'm going to colour a colouring book page that will be made into a journal page on Thursday. Well, that's the idea anyway. Let's move that out of the way before I knock that over, the cauldron of tea. So I'm just going to do a quick flip through my journal for anybody that hasn't seen it. This is one that I've done the most in, although I haven't done anything recently. The last page I did was on stream a couple of months ago, actually, my Jane Davenport girl. So yeah, so let's do that. So this page, oh, and it's stuck together. This wasn't my first ever journal pages are in a smaller journal up there I can get down later. But this is napkin, or this, and we were doing the transfers like you saw Jean doing the other night. But I didn't have any gel medium, so I tried to use some PVA, watered down PVA glue, which Sandy Jones said that she'd done successfully. But yeah, it wasn't successful for me. So and I think the paper that I used might have something to do with it too. So I gave up and whacked on some stickers from Sticker Nation 2. I thought conduct experiments is quite apt for this book because I'm relatively new to journaling. I'm not new to art, but I'm very, very new to journaling still. Only been doing it a few months maybe, I want to say. Yeah. And obviously I don't do loads at a time, so yeah, still very new. So I did that one. And then every journal, it's law that every journal has an upside down page. So this is my upside down page. And these are packing tape transfers where you do if you go into the Facebook group, Art Journal Techniques, you'll find I think the playlist of videos is in there. I can't remember who did the packing tape. I think Jen did the packing tape technique. So there's mine. But I was drying the other side of this and I melted and shriveled my seahorse. So don't do that, guys. Don't shrivel them. And they had sort of like glitter glue behind them, so they're slightly a bit raised, but it's dried now, but it's still textured. That one's a bit more glittery. And the background is acrylics. Is that pearlescent watercolour? No, that's metallic-y, pearly acrylic, not watercolour. There's all bits of everything in here that I've used. Let's turn it back the right way up. Then I tried again, and this is a transfer from a cheap colouring book. This is with gel medium. It did seem to work better. I think there's another layer on here that I could take off, but I was too scared. I didn't want to ruin it, and I quite like the look there. So I left it at that. And then I did a photo with gel medium, and this one came out good. This is I can never remember if he's an ostrich or an emu, but he's something. But as you can see, I haven't done anything with him yet. I've had this, I keep forgetting he's here actually. Every time I flip through this book, I think, oh, I must do something with him. But I haven't. So who knows, maybe one day I'll finish him. He's a bit scuffed and scratched. But that's probably, yeah, that's because there's texture paste on the next page and it's kind of scuffed him a bit. But once I got some paint on him, that'll be all right. He won't show. So yeah, I must finish him. And then this is my favourite page still. I love the colours and the shine and this is texture paste through not a stamp, a stencil. So my peacock. So it's slightly, you see that it's slightly raised. So yeah. And that's what scuffed him slightly when it's moved around, the jiggle. There's my peacock page. It's just used whitewash, rubbing back, homemade stencil dots. I just cut some dots out of a piece of plastic with a bigger hole punch, big circle hole punch. I also have a little one too. made, and these are just normal stencils. And then I did watercolour and the salt technique and did the background. And he's a colouring book page. And I have a notepad here saying that last time that I showed this, it was a suggestion to put a fly or something up here that he could be catching. And I like that idea, obviously, because I wrote it down, but I still haven't tried it. You can see it's got some like this was supposed to be sprays done with the, I can't remember what kind of sprays they are. Like the, oh, what's his name? Illusion sprays and distress sprays and things, but I didn't have any. So I mixed some ordinary watercolour in my little spray bottle with a tiny bit of water, sprayed it on. Then I mixed some of my pearlescent watercolours in the spray, and it seems to have done the same. There's a bit of yellow. You can see the yellow there, and some bluey turquoise and things. So the salt kind of gives it a shiny look, and then the pearlescent makes it catch the light too. So there's him. Then it was the Queen's 90th birthday here in England, so I did this. Not that I'm overly a royalist or anything, but I can't remember who did the technique. I think it was Ella. Ella did this technique, and it's with using texture paste, and she had a special one that's got like bronze, copper and things, and she did some gears that looked gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, but I don't have any gear stencils, so I decided I'd do some rusty crowns and just used a copper paint over the top of texture paste, and this is napkin, and then just stencils and the dots. That's my homemade dot stencil with some texture paste through. So there was that. And I'm probably boring most of you because you've all seen this before, but hey, I'm a one-trick pony. Then I did some background with stencil, watercolour through a stencil. So that's watercolour through a stencil. You can see the like gradient, and I managed to get it to mix and pool, and then these are just colouring page doodahs. Just simply coloured in, no shading, anything on these, just coloured in and stuck on. And this was watercolour week, this was. So this is watercolour, all watercolour, and some splots of, I think my splots of gouache rather than watercolour. So I decided to play with watercolour. So I did my sunflowers. I think, oh no, I'm not going to get up to yet. And there's this, which I was wiping off all leftover paint on when I was doing other bits and pieces. So, and it's starting to look a bit like animal print to me. It's got like, not all this is black, it shows black on the camera, but some of this is dark brown. So this might be an animal print page eventually, I think. And then here's my Frida girl. Sandra did a ode of, no, it's not Frida girl, is it? It's a Jane Davenport. I haven't done the Frida yet. She's done Frida recently. But Sandra's got the stencils, but I don't have the stencils, the face stencils. So I drew my own. In the style of Jane Davenport, and did all the background. It's all acrylic, gouache, face is gouache and colour pencil, background's acrylic, her hair's napkin, stickers from Sticker Nation 2 again, and butterfly embellishments from my Secret Sister package from Sherry. Who looks like an owl, my girl? Or this one? Where do we see the owl? Here or here? Maybe? I suppose, do you mean here? Like here? With the branch? Yeah. Yeah, I see it now, actually. Yeah, I see it. That is a really good suggestion. Yeah, we might have to make that into an owl. Maybe we'll do that Thursday too. depending on how long the other one takes. But yeah, I can either paint the owl in or see if I've got any colouring book owls. I'm not sure if I have or not. Or draw one. You can draw one. Yeah, that's a really good idea actually. Yeah, I like that. Yeah, so there's my reader and that's it. So I want to fill either 1 or 2 pages. Oh, the whole page now is facing his body. Oh yeah. Yeah. I see, yeah. And then some more, all these look like feathers. Yeah, I see that too. Now, decisions. I don't know what to do with it now. I have to mull that over. So yeah, so this page needs something in it because I haven't journaled for so long and my paints are sat crying unused in their drawer and they need to come out. So they will be coming out on Thursday. So I picked this up in the pound shop. Hi, Dorothy. And seeing as I love tattoos and colouring, this book look perfect. It's a bit screwed up now because it's been chucked around. So yeah, so I went through these and some are more Halloweeny, but I've narrowed it down to 2 pictures, but I don't know which one's doing. This is what we're going to colour tonight to get ready, so that it's not anything too time consuming. You see, and so it's like 5 to 11 at night now. So either this one, and I thought to make it fun, I'm going to use the Jazzers Arty Party app to pick my colours because I really struggle to choose a palette and stay with a palette. So I thought if I use that and it'll randomise it for me, it's both a challenge and makes it a bit easier. Jean, falling asleep in Janet's and only just waking up. Although it is 4 hours earlier there, so she has got the rest of the evening, hasn't she? Not too bad. And I can talk. I sleep for days if I'm left to my own devices. Because you're keeping her in check, Dorothy. Or I then found this one. And in light of what's happening today, tonight, tomorrow, I thought this one could be fitting. The old eagle. Even though I'm miles away across the pond, obviously it's still going to affect us to a certain extent too. This is a politics-free zone tonight. But the American eagle could be a goer. And obviously he might not end up in American eagle colours. That's down to Jazza. So we need to do a vote on whether we go for the eagle or whether we go for the roses and the pocket watch with the mandala doodahs in. So over to you guys. Which one do we do? Are you all sleeping? Well, if Mika's sleeping, she's right to be sleeping because it's like midnight there now. One vote from the roses from Grammy. Dorothy, Laura, Carol, who else is here? Judy. Carla, any preference? Anonymous 2235. Did you nap earlier, Mika? Is that why you're still awake? Did you have a sneaky nap? I wish I had, actually. I had to take Mum shopping. So I didn't get a nap today. No nap. Now, roses, eagle. Roses, eagle. Will you stop swearing at me, Mika? That is so rude. How dare you? See, Minka comes to my stream and she swears at me, and Ustream has to censor it. Try again. I've turned them on. I usually do that at the start, but I forgot this time, even though it's impromptu. I'm out of my routine. So, seeing so we've got a preference of roses and no others, I think we'll do the roses. Let's chop him out then, because Sharpies are going to go through, aren't they? Although it's quite good paper for a pound shop, but going to rip nicely. No, my luck with ripping. I'll rip it in half. That wouldn't be the first time, let me tell you. Let's see if I can bend it back. Talk amongst yourself while I do battle with the paper. Obviously the cutting doesn't have to be great, because it's going to be chopped up to, I'm not even sure if I'm going to put the whole thing on the journal page or cut it up in bits or separate it or what I'm going to do, but I thought if it was coloured, that's half the battle won, isn't it? It means that I might actually finish it on the stream rather than ask about for a few hours and have nothing to show for it. Right, let's put that out of the way. Let's put that there so I know where it is. Scissors back, because I can never find scissors when I want them otherwise. Some paper underneath. And this is all covered in glue and cut rings and pen and sticky bits and things. I need to get a new sheet for my desk soon, and one that's not glittery, because it does this horrible glare thing, doesn't it? It just helps me know where my camera is, where my window is that I have to stay in. It doesn't always work, but it helps. Let's turn that the right way up. Right. Let's find Jazza then. If only you could find Jazza in your phone. Right, Terry Trouble? I know you're not here, but you know what I'm talking about. Let's wait for Jazza to arrive. It takes a long time. I don't know whether it's the app or whether it's my phone. Probably a bit of both. No, not here it comes. Isn't technology wonderful when it works? Oh, there we go. So this is, I'm just going to totally flash out, and I don't know if it makes a difference if I turn my screen brightness down, maybe. You see? No. Not much. It just makes it harder for me to see. So yeah, this is the Jazza's Arty Games app. You can get it on App Store. I think this is iPhone, obviously. I think you can get it from Android too. I think it's about £2.50, something like that, UK money. So that makes it what, $4, $5 maybe? I don't know. I know our pound's really weak at the minute, so maybe not even as much as that. Although I bought it quite a while ago. And then you go in and you, this is not an advert, by the way. I just thought this would be fun, and I haven't really used this properly to its full extent. You add your profile, and I'm not sure if there's much point me doing it because you won't be able to see. You can put in all the different supplies that you have and like different colour sets you have of things and what have you. So I've already done that obviously because I've used it before. Let me play. It does have music to it. Music's turned off because that drives me crackers. So I'm going to do, there's a colour challenge, a character challenge. I don't even think you'll be able to read it if I, no, it just flashes it out totally. Environment challenge, incremental design, scribble challenge, copy challenge, design mix, and a custom generator. So I'm just going to use it, and then you have a choice of whether you want to do infinite time, 2 minutes, 5, 10, or 20-minute challenge. But I'm just going to use it basically to pick the colour palette. So colour challenge, let's make sure that all my media is selected, yeah, because it doesn't matter, I'll just match the colours to the pens if I can. So colour challenge, infinite time, go. Oh, wow. We have white, sienna brown, dark brown, true blue and black. Okay, I'm cheating. I'm changing that because that is going to be an awful picture, isn't it? That's a bit better. About that one. We have dark brown, apple green, true blue, canary yellow and white. Let's try that then. Let's take a screenshot of that so that I know at a later date what we're doing. So let's see if I've got any Sharpies that match. So I think that's the closest to apple green. And now I've got a dark brown. I should have my list out really, shouldn't I? But I don't know where it is, my swatch list. My Sharpie one. Never mind. I think that's black, so there's a brown. The blue, what's it, true blue. That one I guess is the, I think, let me just swatch it to check. Oh no, that's nothing like it. That's actually, I don't know if you can see that, it's more of an aqua in real life. A bit dark. I don't think we're going to have a blue too. I suppose I could get my Crayolas out, but they're all in the box that I've already had out once to get these. Right. Let's see what looks. I know you guys can't help in choosing because you can't see what looks the closest. But the closest to true blue to me looks. I guess we'll go with that one. Yeah, we'll just go with that one. Let's just roll with it. That'll do. Doesn't have to be exactly, does it? At least it's given me a starter for my colour palette. I can always tweak it a bit with colour pencils. What else? White, obviously you don't need one. And canary yellow. That's the bright yellow. And check the two yellows. No, that's too dull. Yeah, that looks best. Right. So, catch up on chat what you've been up to without me. Although knowing me, I'm going to end up adding some extra, aren't I? Because I always do. But, yeah. Might replace the white with something, but we'll go with these four to get started. So let's see what you've been up to. Oh, Mika's blog. I shall go and have a look after I finished. Let me have some tea out in the cauldron. Even that's got offcuts of paper attached to it. Mint tea tonight, no gingerbread tea. It's a bit late for caffeinated tea, so we've got some nice peppermint tea. And also I just had nachos, well, just a couple of hours ago for dinner, and the salsa and it had a bit of a kick to it. I love it, but my tummy doesn't as much. Well, a kick for me, I'm a wimp. I'm really, really am a spice wimp. You only have to show me chili and it's too spicy, usually. But salsa I can do. I think it's because it's with the tomatoes and the onions and everything, and it cools it down, and plus my sour cream substitute and everything. So yeah, I need to make sure my tummy's going to behave. Now I have a blog. In fact, I have two. One, I've never written on either of them, but I have two domains. But one, I've lost my login details, so I've now made one, the one that attaches to Google, whatever that is. But I haven't done anything with it yet. Still haven't done anything. I did some guest posts for my student union when I was at law school. So I have those posts. I suppose I could copy those over because they're on the theme sort of thing. Maybe, yeah, maybe I should do that. Maybe just like me copying these over to YouTube, I should do that too. But when I get round to it, I think WordPress was the first one I had, but now I can't get back into it for love nor money. And it was linked to my uni. I'm sure it was linked to my uni email, and I can't get into that anymore because it's expired. It doesn't exist anymore. So I've had it a fair few years now, so I can't get back into it. Yeah, so I did one through the Google because I had to sign up with a new Google too because it was all linked to my uni one, and when they deleted it a couple of years ago, I was left with nothing. So I had to find all my favourite streamers on YouTube again and everything, and favourite them all and whatnot. So yeah, the only domain I've ever had was when I had my cake business. I had my website, but that's expired now, and I never renewed it because I have no need for it anymore. Still have my Facebook page, but it hasn't been updated in years. And I turned it into like a community. You get the choice of what you call it. I turned it into a community page. So it's still there as a document, and I might add some of my more recent bakes to it, but I'm not sure. I haven't even actually looked at it in a long time. Although I still get little reports saying that you've got new likes and you've had new views, so I'm not quite sure how they're finding it, because it's not been active for a long while, but they seem to be. Right, let's start colouring. Less tea and waffle, more colouring. That's what I've come here for. You haven't come here to watch me drink a cauldron of tea and listen to my inane waffle. And let's start with the obvious. Let's start with the green leaves, I think. So what's everybody else up to? Mika's busy doing her blog. What's everybody else up to this, well, evening, night for us Europeans, and I guess tea time, afternoon for most of you others, late afternoon. I guess a lot of people are off having dinner, aren't they? Because Janet's the main entertainment tonight, but I thought I'll jump on because by the time it's time for Janet to come on, I will not be coherent anymore. I will still be here watching and probably asking along for a little bit, but not coherent enough to stream because my meds will have kicked in. I usually have them at 10 o'clock. Luckily, I delayed having them tonight because I couldn't be bothered to get off the sofa. So that's why you've got an evening stream. Well, it makes a change for it being my fault, Dorothy. It's usually me to blame, and I'm usually put in the corner. It's okay because I've worked out that if you have doggy treats in your bag or in your pocket like I usually have, then Bandit will give you the key. So that's fine by me now. In fact, I might just start misbehaving to get sent to the corner. And then when this is dry, I shall blast it if it's not to make sure with the heat gun at the end. I shall go back in and do some shading with probably my Prismas. I might get the big roll out if I can really be bothered, but this little manga set of Prismas is on my desk, so might as well use them. And I think my pencil sharpeners aren't though, so if I want to sharpen them I'm going to have to get up anyway. I like Sharpies because they tend to blend in really easy. You don't get so much of the patchy line. It's quick and easy. And for journal pages and that, I don't want to do, you know, the exquisite, take 6 days worth of colouring or whatever, in case that, you know, I cut it wrong or it doesn't go right, or I end up getting paint over them and wreck it. Or still like to put some effort in, but not like the ones that are going to stay in the book, like my Harry Potters and my Imaginorphias. I forget what other books I've got. Oh, I've got my Eat Cake. Can't remember what it's called. My Eat Cake book. I mostly just gel pen in that because it's easy and simple. I tend to just get Poundland books for journals. Hi, LG. What are you cooking for dinner, Laura? What's for dinner? I'm fed now, so I'm not going to rush out and cook it like I did when LG said about the nachos. Although I'd already tentatively bought the ingredients this afternoon anyway, because I thought I might fancy nachos at some point this week. So it just so happened that it expedited it and I had them today. Garlic chicken, oh yum. Andrew's still not home yet, he's still out. He took my brother to football tonight. My brother's a fan of the local Oxford United, which are, well, I don't know, I think they're crap, but I'm not a football person, but I don't think they're very high in a league or anything. Alf loves Oxford United too, he's Oxford United mad. You ask him to sing a song most children sing, nursery rhymes or something. No, he'll sing Oxford United football chants for you for his party piece. But anyway, they were playing at Chelsea, which is one of the big grounds from the Premier League tonight. I think it's an under 20 something game, like for a lesser trophy. And obviously London is quite big and scary for someone who has autism and has sensory and all sorts of other problems. So Andrew, good on him, he's decided, although he's a Leeds United fan, which is far removed from Oxford and Chelsea, that he said that he would take him, and so they've gone in the car straight from work into London. And I think they left the ground about 10 o'clock. So what are we, 11:15? So anytime soon, I think. I'm sure he'll go pretty much straight to bed. I don't know whether he'll have a shower or whether he'll forego the shower for favour of 1 in the morning to go to sleep, because he leaves for work at 7 in the morning. So he'll be dead on his feet, bless him. And he will have taught a full day. I don't know how he does it with his kids. I've only ever done it for 1 day at a time, and they've nearly driven me to distraction. Group of hormonal teenagers. What have we got next to? Oh, Carol's got a blog too. No, I knew that. Yeah, I knew that. I've got that bookmarked, I think. I've got a bookmarks folder for it's called Arty Stuff. Quite imaginative, that, isn't it? Arty Stuff. And that's what I have. My blog is, well, it will be arty stuff now more so, but it's more a lifestyle every day. It's called Too Many Plates, Not Enough Spoons. That's what my blog's called, because it's basically focus. Well, the idea behind it is to focus on the everyday life of somebody with a disability that has lots of responsibility and, you know, time constraints put on them, lots of things they need to be doing. And, you know, at the time when I thought about starting writing, I was a law student, and I will be again when I do my master's. And wife, mother, primary carer for my mother, carer for my brother, paid work when I find time to do that. I was, again, at the time when I did this, I had my cake business, and I will hopefully be going back to work, well, to job hunt and to find a job and find someone to employ me in 2017, when my mum's a bit better and she can manage more. So there'll be that again, so I can save up to do my master's. I'm not sure if it's published, Mika. Hang on, let me have a look. Not like it's a major or singing or dance. Oh, Andrew's on his way. I can hear him. It used to be on there. Where did I put it? Where did I put it? Yeah, it's on Blogger. It's definitely on Blogger because I've got that to come. Blogger, phone. Hiya. No, I'm not sure if it. How do you know if it's published or not? There's nothing on it, but
A little rat seat going in the car, in the front.
Yeah, just stick it in the Jeep, please. Sorry. Do you want me to come out and do it? I don't know. I found it, but... Oh, bear with me 1 second. Hello? Hello? He is home, yeah. Does he need it now this minute? It's just I'm streaming at the minute for another half an hour or so, but I can come up afterwards. But is that going to be long enough? Is that going to be enough time? All right then. Okay. All right. Bye-bye. Okay. All right then. All right. Bye-bye. See? That's my life, that is. Always somebody wanting me to do something. Turns out my cousin that went to football with them he's type 1 diabetic, and he's left his bag with his blood sugar monitor and everything in Andrew's car. Could I go and take it back? I suppose so, but they can wait for me, can't they? Not going now this minute. And they're actually in luck that I'm still dressed today, although I'd go in my pyjamas usually anyway. I don't care. But yeah, so that's something else for me to do. But yeah, it's there. I found it, Mika, but I just can't work out if it's published or not. I don't know. I shall have a play around with it later and locate the other blog posts the guest blog posts I did. I think actually I might have the hard copies still, and stick those on it, and then that might encourage me to write a bit more often. And obviously I can share my art on there and things, and because that is part of my daily life now. If anybody's a bit confused about the name of it, if you Google the spoon theory, I don't have that exact disease. Most of you know what I have, but it's the principle. It's a really good way of explaining chronic illness and ones that lack of energy type thing. So yes, And the plates bit is I envisioned at one point I envisioned me as a, you know, those not jugglers, the guys that spin plates in the circus on a stick, and they have to keep them all going on different sticks, like 6 or 7 at the same time, running backwards and forwards. And that's how I see my life right now. So and back then when I entitled the blog, so yeah, I just need to actually write on it. I'm covering it with my hand, aren't I? I'm still colouring leaves because I've been distracted and backwards and forwards doing other things. But yes, Meek, I still need to go out at this time of night. What is it now? 11:20. So we've got what, half an hour, 40 minutes until Janet comes back. Somebody shout at me when she's back, by the way, if she doesn't come in here herself. And throw me out. Is that on your Etsy, Carol? Or on your blog? Mac and cheese. Oh, I miss mac and cheese so much. So much. Still trying to find a decent alternative, but I miss mac and cheese. Oh, that sounds yummy too, Carol, but I'm allergic to dairy. So I have found a strong cheese, cream cheese, a soy-based one to try, but we haven't tried it yet. But I have found one to try. But yes, no dairy of any sort for me anymore. I was intolerant for a long time, but I kept eating it and kept eating it. I was kind of in denial, I think, and suffered the consequences. And then it's now gone to a full-blown allergy, whereas I can't even suffer the consequences anymore because they're catastrophic. But luckily, veganism is quite a big thing over here now. So I'm getting more and more vegan projects, which are, although I eat meat and animal fats and eggs and the rest of it, it's good for the dairy-free stuff. I found some dairy-free chocolate coins today in the supermarket that I'd never seen before, and some dairy-free mince pies and Christmas cakes. And although I make my own, but it's nice to have the store-bought option too. And some dairy-free milk chocolate, because I usually just have to have plain, which I love. I love plain dark chocolate, but a change every once in a while is good. Okay, so you're doing blog and Etsy. Okay, I shall have a look. Not that I can buy anything at the moment, but payday's coming up, and there's always next time. No doubt all you naughty girls will beat me to it. Are you going to be taking commissions, Carol? Am I off screen? Nearly. Are you going to be taking any commissions for stamps to carve? Because if you are, I'm sure you know what I'm going to be getting at. I'm quite transparent. Well, that's not so bad then, Carla. I've tried the lactose free stuff too, and even that's no go for me. It was okay for a little while, the lactose free stuff, But yeah, even that now is whatever trace is left is too much. Chocolate covered cherries with a liquid centre. They sound nice. They sound very nice. But now I found some milk chocolate, like vegan milk chocolate and vegan white chocolate. I can always melt it down to make my own things easier this Christmas, rather than having to just do everything dark chocolate. That I know I'm the only one that likes dark chocolate. Carol made a phantom stamp. Okay, that's it, Carol. I need a rat stamp. You know that, don't you? You can't do favoritism. The mad rat lady needs a rat stamp. Right. These are the 3 other colours. Which colour? We don't want brown roses, do we? Do we go for blue roses or do we have yellow roses? That's a vote for yellow from the man out there. Suppose if I do yellow rose, blue, yeah. Do I want to do different coloured roses, or I think I want to keep them all the same, don't I? Oh, so indecisive. So indecisive. Yeah, let's have yellow roses. Yellow wins. Not sure. Oh, that's not a flower. That's kind of like a little mandali jobby. On screen, yeah. Get the base colour down with Sharpie, and then I can go in and shade and what have you. I did think about doing the base with paint, but then with paint you often lose some of the line definition. Well, I do anyway. It mutes the lines right down, whereas Sharpie doesn't. And for things like the ATC swap pages and that, I did it all, you know, whatever I was doing in colour pencil, I did neat colour pencil and built up all the layers and the shading of those flowers and leaves and what have you. But for the journal pages, life's too short. And I've got another project on the go at the moment too, which is a gift for somebody that might see it. So it needs finishing this week. So I'm not going to do that on stream because it needs to be a surprise. There's a pasty in the fridge for you. Nice yellow rose. And besides putting down the layer of colour first with something like a pen, or the big ones like a big Sharpie or whatever, it saves my hand some. Yellow reminds me of a song about Texas. What song's that then? Well, I'm a Brit, so I'm going to be clueless anyway, usually, aren't I? You can shade over everything, Laura. It's whatever you lay down as base. You can, if you lay down paint or you lay down, I mean, you can shade with Sharpies, but they do eat into the paper quite a bit because they don't blend like something like the proper alcohol markers, which would probably eat into this paper anyway. I've only got a few actual alcohol markers, and I think I'm going to cause a craft of lunch by getting it down. Oh, maybe not. Oh, there's some of them anyway. Grabbed a handful. But yeah, I've got the Spectrum Noir alcohol markers, and with these you can properly blend the colours together on decent Bristol board or marker paper or whatever. And it makes a nice scene. I did think about using these, but yeah, the paper's not going to be the greatest paper for it. But Sharpies, you can to some extent blend them together, but you need to work while they're wet and do it quickly. So it's often easier just to shade over the top with, and obviously if you then go over with a different pen, it's going to eat up your paper too. This is just normal. Well, it's quite thick paper. It's thicker than, this is my printer, computer paper, and it's a bit thicker than that, but it's not overly thick paper. You can put the TV back on if you want. So yeah, I'm going to shade over with coloured pencils for whatever medium, as long as it hasn't got a surface built up. Obviously you can't like shade over wax crayons or anything, but as long as it's something that sinks in, then you're good to go. Obviously Sharpies make the pages quite wet because they bleed through pretty much everything. That's quite a cool effect, isn't it? Quite pretty. So you need to make sure that I usually leave it overnight to dry, but if I do get all the base colour laid down before Janet comes back, then I will blast it with the heat gun to make sure that it's completely dry before I put any pencil on there. No, because Cass is at the dentist. There was nobody else on. I was by myself and I was conned. Yeah. So I'm doing prep for Thursday's page because I'm going to do a journal page on Thursday because I haven't done that in ages.
What's happening with Alfie?
I go and get him tomorrow.
You staying?
No, I've got to take Mum to hospital on Thursday morning. Sorry, just having a conversation with Andrew here. Not neglecting you. Not much. UPS was there. Was it not Janet's UPS guy? Or Marilyn's? I'm a bit concerned about the detail she knows about her UPS guy, you know. And I think she might be stalking him. And what did they bring you, BG? I can't remember. I'm sure you have said, but I've got the memory of a goldfish with a brain injury.
You're picking up some school?
Yeah, I might let him have the day off.
So how can you decide that? If she's taken to school?
Because it's file intercept.
Does she know you're coming for him?
Yeah, she made me FaceTime. She let him FaceTime sobbing. So he's coming home tomorrow. Oh, she got new prismas and a new colouring. Oh, wow.
He's on the phone sobbing to me as well.
My mum's had a go. She's not happy about it.
About what?
Her letting her do it.
He's an insecure.
I'm not sure. So what colouring book is it? You might have said that too, but I'm not sure. I'm debating whether putting the prismas back on. I took them off on my Christmas list because I got my Marcos, which I really like. But the price of them at the minute, they're dirt cheap, aren't they? So debating on putting them back on. I'm not sure. I mean, I got these last Christmas, and I do love them, but as you can see, there's still loads of them left. I haven't used them a whole lot. Whereas my Marcos that Andrew bought me for for my birthday, some of them are sort of like half this size because I do use those over and over because I love them. I don't know if maybe if I had more colours, although a lot of these are my like typical go-to palettes, like pinks and purples and light blue sort of thing, and that's the one I've used the most often, the peachy skin colour. When I do use these, I do use my Prisma colour rays with them for any colours that I haven't got, or I just blend them to get different colours. So you can get quite a diverse range of colours with just a few of the pencils. But then my art shop also sells ink tents on open stock, and the Caran d'Ache, Luminance, maybe? Is it Luminance? Might be, on open stock. And then the big Hobbycraft shop, which is, I guess, a bit like our Hobby Lobby, your Hobby Lobby, but quarter of the size and twice as expensive, sell Faber-Castell Polychromos on open stock. So I'm tempted in the next few months to get one or two of, say, 3 of each of them, maybe the primaries or something, and have a go with them and blending and see how I like them too. They don't deliver to Belgium, Mika. That's crap. That is really rubbish. I guess you could always send it to one of us UK girls and then we can ship them over for you. That might work. That's an idea. Bypass it that way. Right. Blue.
Should I send them from America to Belgium? We should DHL it.
No, on UK Amazon. UK Amazon won't send to Belgium.
Oh, no, sure. No, it won't.
Which it should, because it's in the EU.
Well, it's not in the UK. It should be .com.
Yeah, they don't either.
.com should.
No, they have their own Amazon. It doesn't have the deal. Welcome back, Carol. You're going to pet the tin for a while, BG. I don't blame you. I also want to try Neo Colour 2s. They sell those on open stock in my art shop too. So, and the intense blocks. So gradually I'll start just picking up 1 or 2 things a month. They're only £1 or 2 each, so I can afford 1 or 2 items a month or so.
I see US ones if there's any early indications of who's president.
No, this is a politics-free zone. Buzz off.
Green.
No, go to bed. No, we've totally gone over the lines there. Never mind. Never mind.
I live forever and ever.
German Amazon doesn't send either. That's really, really rubbish. Hi, Sherry.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah, that's once Janet gives us the warning that she's coming on, I shall finish what I'm doing and allow the verming out. Although George might not want to come, she's being very strange at the minute. She's oh, I missed a bit of yellow there. Where she's up to have medicine and things, she's quite skittish and she's not really up for being home. Hi Jen! Down in upside down land. So yeah, and anybody that knows my rats have seen them before, you haven't seen George for a few weeks, will notice the size difference. She has lost so much weight now, bless her. So much. Right, where else should I put some blue? Put some blue in there. Am I on camera? Just. I think if I got Neo 2s though, I'd just use them as watercolour, which is what I do with the gel crayons that I've got. They're not gelatos, they're the matte Maped, however you want to pronounce it, rip-off. But yeah, I tend to just use those as watercolour. Just scribble on a palette or wherever and use them with the brush. I kind of want the creamer water soluble pastels too, but for the same reason I've held off, because I think that's what I will do with them. I think I will just end up scribbling on them and them on somewhere and using them as watercolour, which is a waste. I've already got 2 watercolour sets. I've got Winsor and Newton set and a Koi set. Joanna. Hi Janice. Waves back to Jen. Can you see me all the way down there? No, babe. Right, put some blue in there. Right. Not sure where else I put blue. Right, I don't think white's these are the colours I picked with my Jazz's Arty Party app. Did the 5 colour choice, and it showed a white, but I don't think white is going to work. I think I need a 5th actual colour. So let's do a free pick, shall we? What colour? We don't want another. So we could get anyone from the pink bundle. These Sharpies, these are the set of, what are they? The black's the last one. A set of 28, and they were £7, I think, on offer in one of the supermarkets back in the summer. So these are the 28 set, and I've got a few others too. I've got like the Electropop set, which is a set of 4, and I have the metallics too. Yeah, so I don't know whether we want we don't really want another green, but there's like a minty turquoise. I'm not sure how. Big criticism with Sharpies, they don't always come out anything like they look on their lid. No, that's too green. So I do have a swatch chart somewhere, but I forgot to look for that, so I don't have it at the minute. So we could do a red or an orange. That's like a peachy colour. We've got some bright pinks and some light pinks. Got some purples or some other blues. I don't know what colour should we add. Oh, and a grey, 2 blacks for some reason, and a very navy blue. So what colour do we add to our? Any suggestions on what we add to? I don't know if you can see them all. There's all the different colours. What do we add to our 4? Now my go-to would always be a pink. Everything is pink here, but I don't know whether I should push myself or let you guys push me and choose a different colour. Orange or peach, yeah, could do that. That's the peachy colour, like a peachy orange. And that's the true orange, which is, oh no, it's a bit more on the red side. Let's see if you can. Yeah, the peach looks more on the orangey side, although it is slightly peachy, and then that's more of a reddy orange. Bye, Carla. Thank you for coming. Have a good night. Let's go with the peach. Decided. Let's go with the peach. Good choice, Jen. Let's put the peach in because that'll work round well with the brown too. I'm going to leave the clock for now because I'm not quite sure whether I want to do the clock with either metallic or pearlescent paint. But I will keep to these 5 core colours for the everything else if I do that. I think that could look quite good with I've got metallic, I've got gold acrylic, or I've got metallic water paint, pearlescent water paints, and the metallic Sharpies. So yeah, that could be cool. Oh, thank you, Sherry. It's just a colouring book page that I'm doing in preparation for my journal, art journal page that I'm going to do with it on Thursday. But to colour and shade and do the background would be too much for one stream. So I was conned into doing a pre-show before Janet comes back from having her dinner. Could probably zoom you in one of this, but that's where I go off screen more often. If we go in too far, then let's put that up because of the glare. If we go in too far, then my camera doesn't like to focus anymore. Not that you're going to see much because my hand's over most of it, but not quite sure how Dee Dee gets such a, because her camera's over the top of it. Although she puts Trippy down, doesn't she? But for a lot of it, hers is over the top, and you can see what she's doing. Does she hold the pen further back, maybe? Is that what she does? I'm not sure. How are we doing for time? Right, it's 10 minutes until the time that Janet thought she might be back. So I'm not sure if she's going to pop in here and throw me out or whether I should be checking Twitter. Because just the fact that I'm here, Miss Janet, should you be watching, it's not an excuse not to stream. I'm just keeping your audience company. I think Janet's got the streaming bug secretly, hasn't she? She's got the bug. and somebody that would never stream, and then they might stream just for the card swap. She even put the clause in the email that she reserves the right to drop out. I think she's got the hang of it now, and she's loving it. So hey, that's good for us. We just need to work on CB now. CB is a fabulous artist, and we learn so much from her. I know we would. We just need to get her here. Yeah, it must be Mika because it's nearly midnight here, so I'll make some of Janet. Although saying that, some of Janet stream, I haven't had my tablets yet. I usually have my bed tablets at 10 o'clock, and I didn't take them because I was coming on here, so it'd be an hour or two before I'm ready for bed now. And my muscles stop doing the can and whatever else they do. Especially as I've been driving quite a bit. Oh, I've got to go out, haven't I? Let's remember that. And arting some today. Are you streaming this week, Jen? I feel like I haven't been to a Jen stream in a very long time. I probably have, but well, actually, no, I probably haven't because I was so poorly and then I was away and then you didn't stream this week. I don't think. Well, maybe you did when I was asleep. I'm not sure. Well, last week now. I don't know. We might be able to convince Stevie. We just got to find the right time and the right angle, and maybe somebody could FedEx her lots of alcohol or something. I think I might be stung by customs getting it over there, but any of us US girls want to, or on your tour, Jen, if you're doing your grand tour, if you go down to Texas, you could go and take her lots of alcohol, maybe some recreational drugs, and strong arm her. And Eileen, for that matter. That is your mission, Jen. While you're, do not come back. Do not leave the country. Do not come back here until you've trick-headed CB and Eileen into streaming. That is your mission. Is that a goer? I think it's a great idea. Do I want yellow in that? Maybe not. Maybe not. Not in that bit. Let's go for some more blue. If there's any other of the US girls that you're going near that we fancy getting them to stream, you can work your charm on them too. Maybe you could smuggle them a pet koala bear or something as incentive. Damn it, I should have held out for a pet koala bear incentive, shouldn't I? Oh well. Yeah, get them both legless and stream it. Well, that's the other option. You just take your laptop and your camera and you stream while you're there and con them into it that way, joining you for a stream, and then hope that they get a taste for it. Because I know Eileen has streamed once or twice back in the day, but I think if CB tried it, I think she would enjoy it. Well, hell, everybody that tries streaming would enjoy it because it is good fun, and you get to monologue at people and listen to the sound of your own voice, and yeah, it's great. You need a tripod thingy. I don't have a tripod thingy. I have a. I'll show you at the end. I'll take the camera down and show you. Um, I started streaming on my phone when I first started streaming. Um, and it's a bendy, wavy thing that's clipped onto a shelf above here. That's meant for holding a phone. Um, and I bent it all around into the right shape and duct taped it so that it can't fall apart. Um, and put my phone in it. And now I've bought a camera because that just was my phone was okay, it worked okay, but the lag did my head in. The fact that there was lag for me too, because I stream on my phone and then be in chat here on my laptop here, and so I couldn't see what I because I couldn't unless I stood up, I couldn't see the phone screen. I couldn't see what I was doing when I was doing it, so I couldn't see if it was out of screen for you guys, whether it was out of focus for you guys, if you could see what I'm doing. So it was a nightmare. So, but for short streams and things, and it got me into streaming. I took the plunge. Okay, so let's do it now, and then I invested. And this isn't a great webcam by any means. I'm going to upgrade after Christmas, hopefully. But it serves its purpose, so it's just clipped into that wobbly thing now. So if I get anything off the shelf, you bounce around a bit. Hi, Janet. Are you ready? If you're ready to go, just give me the nod and I'll finish up. I've been keeping your audience semi-entertained. Well, they're not comatose yet, so I've been doing something right. So yeah, and lots of other people, like Minka said, she's got the selfie stick. I think Heather clips her camera to her lamp. I've got a selfie stick too. I bought it when we were on holiday last week before, to try and get me, Andrew, and Alfie all in one picture because Andrew is 6'8" and I'm 5'6", so it's not overly easy. And Alfie's usually sat on his shoulders or he's picks him up, but it still didn't go that well. We did manage a couple, but it didn't go that well. But me and Alfie had fun playing with the selfie stick. Alfie loves it. No, if you're ready, Janet, then you go ahead. I only popped on to fill in for you. So I'll finish up my drawing stuff and remove it and send any wrap phobes straight over to you. Gosh, you can really see all those bruises on my hand there, can't I? I'm like a peach. There's a scratch there from George didn't like her medicine, but yeah, I'm like a peach. Yeah, if you want them to, I shall then let the verming out for their outing for 5 or 10 minutes and then pop over to you myself and carry on doing this after I've popped out for a moment at this time of night. Yeah, I think we'll do that then. I think Janet's going to pop off and get ready, maybe. Oh no, she hasn't replied yet. I'm jumping the gun. Let's wait and see what Janet. Let's zoom you back out. Maybe I need to. Take about 10 minutes. Hi, Mildred. So yeah, so this is your warning then for. No, we've never had enough of you, Janet. At least you actually have some talent. You do stuff that we learn. Are we going to finish the tangle or did that finish? I can't remember. I was multitasking during the end of your stream on the phone to Mum and various places. Are we going to do something different? I say we like I'm going to help, They're not. I'm going to sit and stuff my face in my pyjamas, but you're here right at the end, Mildred. Did you get lost? Take the wrong turning? You usually know your way to my house. Or you, obviously it's not my allotted time and day, is it? So this was a bit of a last minute impromptu. Let's fill in the gap. Okay, Janet's going to finish the tangle. That's cool. I've learnt lots there. Mainly being that you can find all these different patterns online, which I didn't know you could. I thought everybody just like made their own up. I didn't realise that there was like actual site and these patterns had actual names and that. And I kept getting really frustrated that where's mine that I did? It's not a proper tangle. I was doing some tangling in. I'm sorry if you bounce. I'm going on the shelf above you. No, not me literally. You then fall to your death. No, hang on. Hopefully you're not bouncing too much. Just a bit of a wobble. And this is my like Fibonacci type journaly thing that, yeah, I still need to go out, Minka. Boo. This isn't finished, and I haven't actually journaled this year. I've journaled up to Christmas last year, and I haven't. There's still some bits that I haven't finished actually from last year, but where was it? September? It was autumn. It must have been autumn. There's my Halloween page. This is my White October page cover. Obviously, knowing me. Oh yeah, it's so I did some tangly leaves. I don't know how well you can sort of bits falling out of this. There's bits that need finish and bits that need gluing back down and what have you. Yeah, I did some of the patterns. I did like leopard print and stars and flowers and circles, and as you see, it all started looking very much samey because I thought that yeah, I thought you just made them all up yourself, and that what those two didn't even get any look. I run out, so I didn't bother. It's Sunday the 4th of October 2015. Autumn, the season that teaches us change can be beautiful. So yeah, but now I know there's like hundreds to mix up, to look up, and there's also a few bits. Where is it? That's Blackpool. My Halloween pages and pumpkin picking. That's Alfie pumpkin picking last year. This giant pumpkin, almost bigger than him, and in the pumpkin field. It must be earlier than that. There's a Fibonacci group that I'm in, journal prompts group, and they were doing like Tangle Tuesday. So I think I tried a couple of tangles there. I can't for the life of me find out where they are. It's got all sorts in it. It's got some listers got to list, and it's like the 52-week challenge and didn't finish. Oh, I know it's off screen. There's a few personal things in here that I wouldn't mind sharing with just the fibs, but obviously you can't guarantee that it's only going to be fibs, can you? I can't find it now for the life of me. I'm sure I did do one. No. Maybe not. Oh yeah, there's easy. I don't think you'll see it though because it's in graphite. I did a tree, but again, it's all very samey. Because yeah, I didn't realise that you could look them up. Yes. When I'm queen, chilies will be banned. I'd had a takeaway that's usually really nice and got taste, a Chinese takeaway, but this time it was a different chef and he'd put loads of chili in it and it was horrible. So yes, that's my philosophy. When I'm queen, Chiliz will be banned. Let's I say when, not if. When. Yeah, there's all sorts I need to finish up in there. And, oh, that's fallen out again. That's Andrew and Alfie digging on the beach in the freezing cold last October. As true Brits, you know, you've always got to dig on the beach when you go to the beach. Always got to dig. I don't think I have any other pictures in here. It's mostly drawn pictures, and that's Toys R Us. And stickers in here. Drawn pictures. Oh, I tell you what, there is another actual picture. I can't for the life of me remember where it was. I need to get a, what do you call it in here? A index. There he is. He was only 2 there. You can see it. He was at my aunt's salon putting rollers in his hair. Little mini Alfie. And there's all sorts of. The day after entry, we found out that he'd got chicken pox. The spots came out, and he was convinced that he was going to turn into a chicken. And he was so disappointed when he didn't turn into a chicken, let me tell you. Never seen a strop like it, but I wanted to be a chicken. So before we all remove ourselves to Janet's house, this is your 30-second warning if you don't like rats to vacate, and thank you all for coming, and I shall see you in Janet's box or on my stream on Thursday. Let's move that because I don't really fancy that being nibbled before I've had a chance to finish it even. And I will go and see what vermin I can find for you all. Oh, the Sharpies, that's good. They're a bit of junkies. If there's a Sharpie open, they sniff them and get high as a kite. Let's put that back up too, actually, because this is a Indian canvas cover. That's why it's in here, because it was getting a bit grubby. I know this doesn't fit. I keep meaning to stick it down to size. But and it also keeps little teeth off of it. Put that back up. Sorry for the bouncing. I'm on the shelf again. Come on then. Are you gonna come, George? You're ready for dinner, I know. Are you gonna come, Mummy? Hi, Lily. Lily, come on. Like that. Aye, let's you come in. Okay. Lily, come on, you can come. Come on, Jennifer. No, let's not squeak, please. There's room for everybody. I'm plenty big enough to ride on. One Miss Peppa Pig. It's their birthday month this month. We're going to have a party for them. Oh. Get out of my tea, madam. Oh. Thank you, Peppa. She's gone behind them. You see, one Miss George, and you'll see how skinny she's got. One Lily, fat as ever. One Iris, fat as ever. And they've all gone behind the laptop, and if they push it on the floor, they don't get any treats tonight. Oh, see. And this is what you see. You don't actually see much of the rats because as soon as I find them, they all deliver themselves behind the laptop because it's nice and warm behind there. And Mummy can't see what we're doing. Come out. Here's George, yeah, and she's not into cuddles and that at the minute because she'll try and escape because she thinks I'm going to give her medicine, which is finished now. You can see the bit on her cheek where she's always been wonky anyway, as you know, but how skinny she is now. And you can see the tuft on her cheek. That's just the scab of the abscess which is left, which started off her problems that she was on meds for. But the abscess inside is gone. It's just the scab. You come and sit with Mummy, please, or I'll take you back. And then there's Miss Iris. Miss Iris, who's so badly behaved. George doesn't eat solid foods anymore. I think she can eat solid foods, but she's got into the habit of eating puree and mush while she was poorly. So that's what she wants. And this one and her sister are demons. They end up going into jail, into the spare cage, because they can't leave it alone. And they're going to get so fat because they're fat anyway. Get off the Prismacolors. Oh, yes, there you go. And this is her sister, old lady Peppa Pig. Have you washed your face today? Kind of, Mum. But she's still got all her faculties, and she's still got her little fat belly going on, and still loves her cuddles. And although not so much when there's Mummy's desk to go and play on and steal things from. Yeah, I've heard my name, Janet. I know. I did tell you it was an accurate description. I'm not sure what happened to Lily. Oh, you're behind here too. Give me a second. Pepper, you're in charge of the stream. I'm just going to take your sister back before she does herself a mischief, because she's trying to find somewhere to hide. Because she thinks she's going to have medicine. And I don't want her getting stressed out because I suspect she's got a heart condition as well, like all of her brothers died from. So as long as she doesn't get too stressed, we seem to be keeping it under control. Oh, I've just seen her tail go off under there. Oh, it's Lily. Here's one big fat orange. This is the naughtiest rat we own. I suspect her and her sister, because now Pepper was alpha rat. But now she's getting elderly. They're vying to take over. But Lily is really cheeky and sneaky. Cheeky and sneaky. And look at the belly on her from the stealing of the... Look, you can see the fat rolls. Big fatty fat. Although the funny thing is, they're not really that interested in food outside their cage, but in their cage, do not go under there. Do not do that. They're little monsters. Don't you dare knock all those over, Iris. And they need to clean their tails. Their tails are disgusting. They seem to have decided that they don't clean their tails. So I shall go in there with a baby wipe when I clean them out. Probably tomorrow. Or a toothbrush and scrub them. Yeah, if you lick paint, you're going to get a coloured tongue, aren't you? Yes. Not the sharpest tool in the box, my rats. Well, Pepper is, but Iris and Lily, not so much. Come back out. People want to see you, not the treat box. They're all behind the... Let's push them out. Of course, all the plugs and everything are behind the laptop. They're not chewing. They're liking the warmth and the fact that I can't see them. No, Mildred, me too. I have more than a few little fat rolls to show. Here's Pepper. Good girl. Oh yes, they're going to need a birthday cake and a birthday party this month, these old lady piggies. Pepper's usually a little sweetheart. She usually sits on camera and lets you see her, but they haven't been on my desk in a week or so, so they're let's run, free for all. Let's go and get everything and touch everything and see what we can do that we're not supposed to. Come back this way. Here. No, you're not allowed on there. going to try and climb the Mount Craftable of my printer. That's it. You show everybody your bum. Why not? I'm sure they really want to see your bum. I have to get some little glue and sticky pads on their feet. So what do you think then, BG and Laura, if you've managed to stay? Do they bite? No, they don't bite. Apart from, I do have a bite of my finger from George, but I did that, not her. I was trying to prise her mouth open at the vet's, and I opened her mouth and pushed my finger onto her sharp teeth myself. So no, she didn't do that. I did that myself, but no. They scratch by accident occasionally when I haven't cut their nails, but that's down to me not cutting their nails, not anything they do. But no, don't bite. Iris will occasionally attack you, like pounce on you, but she's only playing and she wants to play like rough and tumble. She's where are you? You're under there. Both the younger girls like a bit of rough and tumble game. Yeah. See, Laura, I told you. I told you they don't look, even the ones that do look like wild rats. So I've had a few of those and they're cute too. But they're sweeties. They kiss and lick and they're so intelligent and clever. There you go, look, you see her, she's standing up to have a look around and they can balance and jump and you go, she's perching on my finger. The size she is and she's on one finger. Oh, and we've knocked those over. Never mind. Well, they're going to try and swing from the webcam lead now. No, Iris. And Iris is a tilty too. She had something wrong with her head and she was bought from a pet shop and returned to the pet shop because they didn't want her after she became ill, although I suspect she was sold ill in the first place. So they came to live with me, and Peppa Pig and 6 or 7 of her siblings were dumped at the vets this time 2 years ago as tiny little babies without their mum. Somebody had obviously bought a pregnant rat from said pet shop that's had just come into town this time last year, because we also had another rescue from there this time 2 years ago, sorry, because we had another Cookie was a rescue from there too. We suspect. Again, taken to our vets to be put down, Cookie was, because she had an injured tail. But the vets kind of refused and said, well, no, we're not going to put them down, but you can surrender the animal and we'll rehome it. So the owner did that rather than pay for the treatment. And the vets phoned me and said, look, can you come and get this rat? And the same happened with the girls. And I kept 2 girls and 2 boys, and the rest went on their merry way to new homes. But these two, my 2 girls, are the last. A piebald. Which one's got pink eyes? A piebald. Oh, you mean Lily, the orange one? Yeah, she is a bit piebald because she's molted. She's getting her winter coat. But we've had a really... Come out, Lil. Come out. Come here. No, you're Iris. Very good. Yeah, she looks a bit piebald, doesn't she? She's got a white undercoat. She's the ends of her fur's orange, silver fawn. Pepper, that's not helpful. Oh, that's it. Pepper's gone on the floor now. Bye bye, Pepper. But yeah, and her undercoat's white. As is her belly. Oh, hang on, let me rescue Pepper. She's not on the floor. She's stuck. All right, Pepper, I'm coming. Oh, you're not stuck. You're on the radiator, which is on, and you'll burn. Come here, idiot rat. Come here. Oh. And she's back. Yeah, the babies are out iffy. I was just rescuing Pepper, who'd got herself wedged on the radiator, which is on. Iris is here, and I haven't seen Lily for a while. So, oh, she's here too. George has been in and out and gone back because she's still not very well, and she's not very sociable because she thinks I'm going to force medicine down her chops. So she was trying to escape me, so she's gone home. But Pepper's here. She's back. And there's Miss Iris. And Miss Lily's being a pain in the bum. She's under. They're all keep going behind the laptop because it's warm under there and I can't see what they're doing. Luckily, they're not chewers. They just like to steal and stash things, and they're climbers rather than chewers, and thieves rather than chewers.